Hello, welcome to day 10 of 4 weeks to feel better, 30 days of inspiration with spinning arrow yoga and holistic healing. I'm Alex. I'm a registered yoga teacher and founder of Spinning Arrow Yoga. Today we have a beginner's yoga session for you guys, yoga from the ground up. So not only for true beginners, but also for all of us really, to remember that every time we step on the mat, we should try to cultivate that beginner's mindset. So today I encourage you to have a cushion or something that you can sit up on just to elevate yourself a little bit when we do our seated poses. There's not too much in here that's going to be too difficult, so hopefully you can get on with all of the poses we have tonight. Alright, so when you're ready, you can join me on the mat. And we're going to start tonight just in a seated position, so come to a gentle cross-legged position. Just an easy, like you were at kindergarten, sitting gently with your legs crossed. Okay, we're going to come out of our heads into our practice. So, now we invite you to roll your shoulders up to your ears. Take a big, deep inhale. As you exhale, roll those shoulders down the spine. Again, inhale, rolling the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, roll the shoulders down the spine. Feel that space across the front of the chest. One more time. Inhale, roll the shoulders up to the ears. And as you exhale, roll those shoulders back and down. Lovely. Now really feel those two little bones underneath your bottom. Root down into those bones. And then grow up through the spine. So feel the spine lengthen. Imagine you have a little string tied to the top of your head. Somebody's just gently tugging on that string, encouraging your spine to keep growing tall. And then with that chin, a gentle tuck, so we're not jutting our head up. Lovely. So whenever we're seated, we really want to think about growing up through the spine, and this is a really good place to be. So, bringing your attention now to your breath, you can gently close your eyes and just begin to notice your breath. Feel the breath, the cool air as you inhale, and as you exhale, that air is warm as it leaves your nostrils. So breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just in your natural breath. Staying long through the spine, don't allow the shoulders to hunch. And then bringing both hands just to the lower part of your rib cage with your middle fingers together. And as we inhale, try to expand into that space underneath your hands. And create space between the middle fingers to see the fingers move apart. And as we exhale, we draw everything back in towards the spine. Inhale to expand. Exhale, draw everything back in. Inhale, expand. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Really feel the ribs growing and expanding side to side, back to front. And exhale. Bringing one hand down below the belly button. Inhale just the same. And as you exhale, feel the activation of those muscles just gently under that lower hand in the core. Inhale, expand into the chest. Exhale, gently activate those core muscles. One more time. Inhale, expand into the chest. And exhale, gently activate those lower belly muscles. Lovely. Releasing the hands. And we'll just take some neck stretches. So we're relaxing the hands onto the thighs, onto the knees. Inhale, grow up through the spine. Shoulders relax down away from the ears. And on an exhale, just look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to look over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, the right shoulder comes towards, the right ear comes towards the right shoulder. Feel that gentle stretch in the left side of the neck. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, stretching over to the other side. And feel that gentle sensation in the right side of the neck. Inhale, back to center. This time, keeping long through the spine, exhale and tuck that chin towards the chest. Keep those shoulders open. And breathe here, feeling that nice stretch in the back of the neck, maybe into the shoulders, maybe even into the upper back. And inhale, back to center. Bringing the arms up overhead on an inhale. And on an exhale, placing the right hand on the floor and reaching up and over with the left. Inhaling back to center. Expanding into the chest. Exhale, draw that belly in as we reach up and over to the right. Inhale back to center. Again, reaching up and over with the left hand. Breathe into that space in the side of the body, the left side of the body. And exhale to draw the belly in, protect the spine as we come back up. And exhale up and over to the left. Inhale into that side body, that right side body. Exhale to draw the lower belly in. And inhale, come back up. Lovely. This time, gently exhale as we bring the heart forwards towards the floor. You might not get down to the floor, that's totally fine. Keeping that neck in line with the spine, so gently tuck that chin in towards the chest. Reaching through the crown of the head so the spine is long. As you exhale, drawing that lower belly, and inhale to walk the hands back towards the body. Lovely. We'll come onto our hands and knees. So spreading the fingers nice and wide. The knees are underneath the hips, the hands are underneath the shoulders. As we inhale, draw the shoulder blades together as if they're trying to kiss at the spine. And as you exhale, push into the floor with the hands, with the tops of the feet, and arch that upper back. Draw that lower belly in. Inhale, coming through neutral, drawing those shoulder blades together. And exhale, pushing into the floor as we draw those shoulder blades apart. Draw the lower belly in. Inhale, drawing the shoulder blades back together again. Exhale, drawing the shoulder blades apart, arching into that upper back, drawing in that belly. Inhale, coming back to a neutral back. And as you exhale, send those hips back towards the heels, child's pose. We're going to be here for a few breaths. So as you breathe in, send that breath into the back of the body. Feel like the lungs are expanding, the ribs are expanding on the back of the body. Feel like the skin is expanding with the inhales on the back of the body. And with every exhale, just surrendering down to the support of the floor. Inhale, spreading the fingers wide, coming up to all fours. And as you exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips up and back. Bring the chest moving towards the thighs. The knees can be generously bent here. We really want to emphasize the spine. So you see my knees are bent, but my spine is long. Inhale, coming back to all fours. And exhale, send the hips back to child's pose. Inhale, coming up to all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes, lifting the hips up and back. Inhale, coming back to all fours. And exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, coming up to all fours. Exhale, tuck those toes, lift the hips up and back. This time we'll stay here for a few breaths. So just walking the feet out, stretching into those hamstrings, the backs of the legs. And when you're ready, just come to stillness. Remember, the knees can be bent as much as you need to feel like that back is really lengthening. The head, so make the gaze, send the gaze towards the feet or the knees, so that head is still in line with the spine. Wrap those biceps in towards the ears and allow the shoulders to release down or up away from the ears. And imagine somebody has your hips and they're just gently pulling your hips away from the hands. Feel how that lengthens your back, your spine. And when you're ready, inhaling back to all fours. And exhale, send the hips back to child's pose. Just a couple of breaths here. If your arms are feeling a bit tired, bring those hands back to the feet and just allow the forehead to relax down onto the mat. So this is a great pose to come to anytime during practice. If it's just getting a little too much, come back to child's pose and just rest. Listen to your body. Don't allow the ego to take over. Always listening to what your body is telling you. So we're going to reach the hands forward now, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, tucking those toes, lifting those hips. We're just coming through down dog. And we'll walk the hands back to meet the feet in a forward fold. So again, you see my knees generously bent, allowing my torso to come towards my thighs. We're going to inhale, bringing the hands to the hips, reaching through the crown of the head, coming all the way up to standing. Exhale, release those hands down to the sides, palms facing forward, opening through the front of the chest. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing the hands to the hips, hinging from the hips, drawing in that lower belly and sending that upper body all the way down to the thighs again, releasing the hands. Inhale, bringing the hands back to the hips, reaching through the crown of the head, pushing down through the heels to stand all the way back up. Exhale, release the hands down to the sides, palms facing forward, strong and proud through the front of the body. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, this time allow the hands to come out to the side as you dive forwards into forward fold, drawing that belly in, allowing the torso to come to the thighs. Knees can be as bent as you need them to be. Exhale here, drawing the lower belly. And as you inhale this time, sending the weight into the heels, bringing the arms in line with the ears, and sitting that weight back as if you're sitting onto a chair. Inhale, pushing through the heels, coming all the way up to standing. And exhale, open those arms out to the side. Inhale, bring the arms up in line with the ears. On your next inhale, sink down into your chair. Really feel like you're pushing outwards with the legs, trying to rip the mat apart with the feet so that the knees aren't folding in towards the center. Inhale, pushing into the heels, reaching up to standing, and exhale to open the arms out to the side. One more time. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink down as if you're sitting onto a chair. Try not to arch that lower back and stick the bottom out, keeping that nice length through the spine. Feeling that heart lifted. Take a nice deep inhale, ripping that mat apart with the feet. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper into that chair. Lovely. Inhale, pushing through the heels to stand all the way back up. And exhale to open the arms and bring them back down to the sides. Lovely. So walking towards the front of your mat now. Into your Tadasana. So with Tadasana, we want our feet about hip distance apart, which is about 2 fist widths apart. So if you can put those between your toes, you're about right. And we want to really open through the chest, bringing the palms to face forward. Long through the spine, just as we did when we were seated. Lovely. So face the front of your mat in that nice strong mountain pose, Tadasana. As you inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, join the hands together and bring them down in front of your heart, in front of the breastbone. Inhale, shift the weight onto the right foot, pick up the left foot and step all the way back. A nice wide stance here. We're going to bring that left foot, the outside, parallel with the short edge of the mat. That right foot is parallel with the long edge of the mat. We're going to come into a warrior two. So your hips can be moving towards the long edge of the mat, but don't shove them round there. Just move as your body wants to move. Okay, we're going to inhale, arms up overhead. As we exhale, bend into that front knee, bring the arms to T. You see how my shoulders are over my hips. Try not to reach that body forward. Tracking that middle toe with the front knee and pushing down through the outside of that back foot. So you really feel those glutes and the outside of the thigh engage. And your gaze can be over those front fingertips. Really reaching through both fingertips. Inhale, gently straightening that leg, bringing the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, sinking back down into that warrior two, a strong warrior, reaching through the fingertips, tracking that middle toe with that knee so it's not falling in. That should really feel that activation in the outside of that front thigh as well. Inhale, come back up. And one more time, exhale down into that warrior two. Inhale here. And exhale. Draw in that lower belly. As you inhale, flip that front palm to face the ceiling. And as you exhale, reach that back hand to the back leg and reach up and over with that front arm. Reverse warrior. Like we did at the beginning, feel that space in the right side of the body. Let that left shoulder relax down away from the ears. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the right elbow to the right knee, just inside the right knee. Lift that left hand up and over the body, pushing down through the outside of that back leg, reaching through those left fingertips without hunching that shoulder up, so keeping that space between the shoulder and the ears. Relax that right shoulder down and feel the energy moving all the way from that back heel up the left side of the body to the left fingertips. Exhale to draw in that lower belly, really nice and active, and using that core on your inhale to bring you all the way back up to your warrior. Exhale, straightening that front leg, turning the right toes in so the right foot becomes parallel with the short edge, and turning those left foot, you only have one of them, out. Lovely. I'm going to come into warrior two on this side, so remember, the hips are moving towards the long edge of the mat, but they don't need to be facing it. Work with your body. Inhale, the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bending into that left knee, tracking that middle toe with the left knee. Reaching through the fingertips, long and strong through that right, outside of that right leg. Inhale, coming all the way up, straightening that front leg, arms overhead. And as you exhale, sinking back down into your warrior, tracking that middle toe with the front knee, keeping those shoulders over the hips, trying not to lean and forward. Strong through the outside of that back leg, your proud warrior. Inhaling back up. And exhale to sink back down. On your next inhale, flip the front palm, that left palm to face the ceiling. And exhale, bring the back hand to the back thigh, reaching up and over with that left hand, feeling that space in the left side of the body. On your next exhale, draw in the lower belly. Bring that left elbow just inside that left knee. Reaching up and over with the right hand. Breathe. Send that energy all the way from the back of the heel, up the right body, all the way to the right fingertips. Relaxing that shoulder down away from the ear. And that left shoulder down. Exhale, drawing that lower belly nice and strong, and inhale, using the core to come all the way back up to your warrior. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg, arms overhead, and turn the left foot so that both feet are now parallel to the short edges of the mat. Okay. Little micro bend in those knees so they're not locked out. Okay? Pushing down into the outsides of the feet, lifting those inner arches, really feeling the thighs engaged, drawing up through the front of the body. Inhale, arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the hands to the hips, hinge from the hips, reaching that head, crown of the head forwards, come to halfway, forward fold, wide-legged. Inhale here. Exhale to draw the belly in. And inhale, pushing through the outsides of the feet to come all the way back up. Exhale, draw the belly in, hinging at the hips, coming halfway down. That energy is moving through the outside of those legs. Inhale here. Exhale to draw the belly in. Inhale to reach through the crown of the head, pushing down through the outsides of the feet as we come all the way back up. One more time. Exhale, hinging at the hips, drawing that belly in. This time coming all the way down, that little micro bend in the knees, just protecting the knee joints. And allow the hands to either reach the floor or your shins, wherever you're at. Maybe you're just on your thighs. That's totally fine. Wherever you are at, breathe into the back of the body. If your hands are to the floor, point those fingertips forward. Draw those elbows in to center. Allow the head to relax wherever you are. Feel that engagement, that stretch in the back of the legs. And breathe. On your next exhale, draw the belly in. Bring those hands to your hips. And on an inhale, really pushing down into the heels, reaching through the crown of the head to come all the way up to standing. As you exhale, heel toe those feet gently, gently in. Lovely. Okie dokie. Come to the front of your mat. Back into your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, gentle bend in the knees as we fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, place the hands on the floor and step back with the right foot, knee to floor, and then let the left foot join it. And then we're just going to walk the hands all the way back. Sit down onto the left hip and bring those feet out in front of you. Knees are bent, feet to the floor. So here we're going to do boat variations. So we want to make sure that that spine is long. We don't want to be curling in that upper back. So if you only get to here, that is where you want to be. If that spine is still long and you still feel that energy moving up the spine. Okay. We're going to inhale, bring the hands out in front of us. Thumbs pointing upwards. As we exhale, draw in that lower belly, really active in the core. And just gently tilt the body backwards to about 45 degrees. And inhale back up. Exhale and gently draw in the belly, tilting that body. And inhale back up. Exhale, draw in that core, tilt that body backwards. Now we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. We inhale, reaching that heart up towards the sky. If you're comfortable here, you feel strong, you can bring the hands behind the knees and gently pop one knee, one foot, and then the other foot up off the floor, keeping that spine long, that heart lifted. Exhale, engaging that core. One more breath. Last inhale. And as you exhale, bring one foot back to the floor, other foot back, and come up to seated. Allow the knees to fall out to the sides and bring the soles of the feet together. Just to release a little bit of any tension that built up in the hip flexors there. If you're quite new to yoga, you might have felt a little bit of a pull there in the inner groin. So just a couple of moments just to allow those hips to relax a little bit. Still sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Lovely. Okay. Bringing the left foot underneath that right leg. Bringing the right leg over the top of that left knee, so you're kind of in a twist, folded up position of your legs. If you can't get there, keep that right leg just slightly in front of the left knee, in line with that right hip. That's totally fine. Wherever you are, see if you can get both of those bottom cheeks down to the floor, okay? So we're not lifting up here and sacrificing that spine by lifting the hip. So if you can't sit like that with that hip down to the floor, that bottom down to the floor, please just stay here, okay? That's not the point of this pose. The point of this pose is going to be a twist in the upper back, okay? So, get nice and comfy wherever you are. Draw that top knee in towards the midline of the body, using the leg, not the hands. Okay. And I invite you to inhale, bring that left arm up overhead, and then gently hug that right knee in towards the body. Bring the right hand behind you as you exhale, and gently twist from the upper body here. The head wants to ride the spine, so we're not shoving that head backwards. The twist comes from above the belly button in the spine. Inhale to lengthen up through the spine. As you exhale, drawing that lower belly, just creating a little more space for a millimeter more, creeping around in that twist. And on your next inhale, coming gently back to center. Releasing that leg. And then we'll release the left leg. Bring the right leg, the right foot under that left leg. In towards the hip. Bring that left foot over the top of that right leg, or just in front, in line with the left hip. Sitting both hips down to the floor, both bottom cheeks on the floor. Drawing that left leg, that left knee in towards the midline. Inhale, the right arm up overhead. And exhale, gently hug that left knee and place that left hand behind you as you twist gently from the upper back, above the navel. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, through the crown of the head. Exhale, draw the belly in, gently creeping round with the upper body. And on your next inhale, gently come out of that twist, release the legs. Lovely. And we're going to, if you change the position, we're going to come back long ways on our mat. Feet flat to the floor, knees bent. Hands behind us. Make sure there's enough space behind you. We're going to lie down. So the feet want to be about hip distance apart. Fingertips facing towards your feet. And as you exhale, gently bend the elbows, bringing the back all the way down to the floor. We're going to walk those feet up so they're nice and close to the bottom. If you can just brush your heels with your fingertips, that's awesome. If you're a little bit further away, that's totally fine. But try to get those heels as close to the bottom as you can. And we're going to come into a bridge variation now. So, broad across the front of the chest. Nestle those shoulder blades into the earth. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears. Gentle tuck of the chin so that the back of the neck, you feel length there in the back of the neck. There's a natural arch to that lower back. So we're not completely raised, arching that lower spine, but we're just allowing it to feel very neutral there. Maybe tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards, just to find a place in the center where you feel like the back is nice and comfortable, natural. The palms want to rest down by your sides, palms facing down. Exhale, draw in that lower belly. And as you inhale, push through the heels and gently peel the spine up off the floor, all the way from the bottom of the spine, as high as you can go with those hips. Making sure you still feel like you have space between the chin and the chest. Exhale, gently rolling back down through the spine. Inhale, pushing into the heels, peeling the spine up off the floor, lifting those hips, sending that chest towards the face, but not tucking that chin in so that you end up not being able to breathe. And exhale, gently roll back down through the spine. Again, we inhale, peel that spine up off the floor, lifting those hips, pushing down into the heels as you feel the glutes activate. And we're going to be here for 3 breaths. So if you feel like your knees are coming out of line with your feet and your hips, just draw those knees back in so you feel like there's a straight line, a nice parallel with those legs and the hips and the feet and the knees. They're all on one track as much as you can. Lift those hips up to the sky. Breathe. And on your next exhale, gently rolling down through the spine. And then drawing one knee and the other in towards the chest. Settle that back down on the floor. Tuck that chin in. Don't jut the chin up. And gently hug those knees in towards the chest. And maybe rocking gently side to side. Just massaging out that lower back. And when you're ready, come to stillness here. And we're just going to lower those feet back down, one and then the other, knees still bent. Send those arms out wide into T, in line with your shoulders, palms facing down. Take a nice deep inhale.
And as you exhale, draw in the belly and allow the knees to fall gently to the left side. Feeling that gentle twist in the back. Exhale to draw the belly in, and inhale to come back up to center. Exhale, allow the knees to fall gently over to the right side. Breathing gently and smoothly. Exhale to draw in the lower belly, and inhale to bring the knees all the way back up to center. Lovely. And then on your next exhale, extend the legs out long. Bring those hands down to your sides, palms facing up. And return to your natural, spontaneous breath. Allow the chest and the belly to rise with the inhale. And as you exhale, let the belly and chest fall back down to the spine. And just take a few moments in Shavasana to just allow the body to assimilate and integrate all of the energy that we've moved through the body with these poses. This is such a good time just to allow your body to totally relax, surrender to the support of the earth around you, beneath you. Just embrace that stillness. We don't often have many times or chances in the day to be completely still and to allow the body to reset. Enjoy this time. And when you're ready, gently rolling onto the left side of the body, bringing the knees up towards the chest, and just allow the hands to rest together. And as we come into this fetal position after our corpse pose, Shavasana, we just remember that every moment is a chance to be reborn. To look at the world with a new perspective and to begin again, releasing old habits that no longer serve us, to make way for new and better habits that allow us to move forward on our path. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, sigh out through the mouth. And as you inhale in your own time, using that top hand, that right palm, to push down into the earth, bringing yourself back up to a nice, comfortable, cross-legged seat. Maybe crossing the other leg in front to what you had at the beginning of practice. It's the weird cross that you never usually do. Sitting down through those roots, reaching up through the crown of the head again. And we'll just inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring the thumbs between the eyebrows where your third eye center is. And here, we just ask for clarity of thought as we move through the rest of our day and into tomorrow. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the thumbs to the throat and the fingertips to gently touch the lips. And here we just ask for the ability to speak kind words to ourselves and to others as we move through the rest of our day and into tomorrow. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to heart center, that heart space just at the breastbone. And here we remember our innate ability, our inborn ability to approach ourselves and all other beings with understanding, with compassion, and with love. Take an inhale. Exhale. And I invite you to say Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. And when you're ready, gently blink the eyes open. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me tonight.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's practice. I hope you can take away something from it. I hope it's giving you a little bit of an introduction to yoga. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to email me at spinningarrowyoga@gmail.com. I'll pop that in the chat here. Make sure I spell it right. There we go. Or you can find me on Facebook at Spinning Arrow Yoga. Also, you could visit my website, spinningarrowyoga.com. There we go. And hopefully you'll feel a little bit inspired and want to join me tomorrow for day 11. Okay? Thanks very much, everyone. Night, night.